Oh.
Two of one of five.
Oh.
One of one.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Both Bad Taste and Undead have earned devoted cult followings. Let's turn our attention to two films that have drawn comparisons from horror fans for years. Bad Taste and Undead. What sets them apart? 1. What's the movie Bad Taste about?
Bad Taste, 1987, is a low-budget New Zealand sci-fi horror comedy and the first feature film directed by Peter Jackson years before he directed The Lord of the Rings. The story follows a team of government agents investigating a small town whose residents have disappeared. They discover the town has been taken over by aliens who are harvesting humans to use as meat for an intergalactic fast food chain. The agents end up in an increasingly absurd, over-the-top battle against the aliens. Extremely over-the-top gore played for laughs. Silly, dark humor mixed with sci-fi action. Homemade special effects created on a tiny budget around $25,000. Peter Jackson acting in multiple roles while also writing, directing, producing, filming, and editing much of the movie. If you enjoy cult B-movies like Evil Dead, Brain Dead, Dead Alive, or trauma films, it's considered a classic. If you dislike graphic gore, though, it's probably not for you. The violence is frequent and intentionally exaggerated for comedic effect.
2. There's a movie called Undead. What's that movie about? It's a zombie movie.
Undead, 2003, is an Australian zombie horror film with a heavy dose of sci-fi and dark comedy. The story follows Renee, a young woman trying to leave her small fishing town after losing her family's farm. Suddenly, meteorites rain from the sky, infecting the townspeople and turning them into flesh-eating zombies. She joins a small group of survivors, including an eccentric survivalist named Marion, who carries an outrageous multi-barreled shotgun and believes aliens are behind the outbreak. As the movie progresses, the survivors discover it's more than a zombie outbreak. The infection came from meteorites. An alien force has sealed off the town. The aliens appear to be trying to contain or manipulate the outbreak for their own purposes. The film is known for wild practical gore effects, fast-paced action, a mix of zombie horror, alien invasion, and campy humor, over-the-top weapons, and inventive action scenes. If you liked Bad Taste, Dead Alive, Brain Dead, or Evil Dead 2, Undead has a very similar crazy low-budget cult horror style, although it leans more into sci-fi than pure zombie horror.
What's the difference between the movie Bad Taste and the zombie movie Undead?
Although they're both cult horror comedies with lots of gore, they're actually quite different. Bad Taste, 1987, Undead, 2003. Main threat, aliens. Main threat, zombies with an alien sci-fi twist. Setting, small New Zealand town, small Australian fishing town. Tone, very goofy, absurd, slapstick. More serious action, but still humorous. Gore, extremely over-the-top and cartoonish, heavy gore with more polished effects. Budget, very low, homemade, much larger budget with CGI and practical effects. Story, government agents fight aliens harvesting humans for an intergalactic fast food chain. Survivors try to escape a zombie outbreak caused by meteorites while uncovering an alien mystery. Director, Peter Jackson. Michael and Peter Spurrier. Bad Taste is much sillier and leans heavily into absurd comedy. Undead has funny moments, but spends more time on action, suspense, and the mystery behind the outbreak. Which has better action? Undead has more elaborate shootouts, larger-scale zombie attacks, and more modern visual effects. Bad Taste relies on creative, low-budget effects and outrageous situations. Both are very gory, but in different ways. Bad Taste emphasizes outrageous, cartoon-like splatter. Undead features more realistic-looking zombie violence while still embracing over-the-top horror. If you're looking for a wild, bizarre cult comedy, Bad Taste is the better fit. If you want a fast-paced zombie movie with an alien sci-fi twist, Undead is likely the stronger choice.
In the movie Undead, it ends with them finding out that aliens built the wall. Is there anything like this that happens in the movie Bad Taste?
Yes, but it's a different kind of reveal. In Undead, the big twist is that the zombie outbreak is only part of a larger event. The aliens have surrounded the town with a massive energy barrier and are actively containing or controlling what's happening. It's a mystery that gets uncovered near the end. In Bad Taste, you know almost from the beginning that the enemies are aliens. The reveal isn't that there's a hidden conspiracy or containment zone. Instead, the escalation is that the town is actually an alien harvesting operation. The aliens are collecting humans to make meat for an intergalactic fast food chain. Near the end, the farmhouse itself transforms into a giant spaceship and launches into space, where the final confrontation takes place. So if you're looking for a moment like, whoa, there was a giant alien structure around the town this whole time, as in Undead, Bad Taste doesn't have that kind of twist. Its surprises are more about the aliens' bizarre plan and the increasingly outrageous action, rather than a hidden world-building reveal.
5. When I watched Undead and saw the big alien wall, it immediately reminded me of the movie Bad Taste. Throughout the movie, I had already been thinking about Bad Taste because of the zombie subject matter, the gore, and the Australian or New Zealand accent. It was the alien involvement that really sparked the connection. What was that connection?
What you noticed is a real similarity, and it's not just because both films involve aliens. Here are the connections that make Undead feel reminiscent of Bad Taste. Australasian filmmaking style. Bad Taste is from New Zealand, while Undead is Australian. Both have that distinctive rural, isolated town setting, dry humor, and characters who react to insane situations in a matter-of-fact way. The genre shift. Both movies start out looking like one kind of horror film, and then reveal they're really about aliens. In Undead, you think it's a zombie movie until the alien barrier and spacecraft become part of the story. In Bad Taste, the aliens are there from the beginning, but the scope keeps growing until you realize it's an intergalactic harvesting operation. The escalation. Neither movie stays grounded, they keep getting stranger and bigger. In Undead, the giant alien wall and ships reframe the outbreak. In Bad Taste, the farmhouse turning out to be a spaceship and the story ending in space has a similar "this is much larger than we thought" feeling. The tone. Both mix horror, comedy, gore, and science fiction in a way that was unusual at the time. Instead of being straight zombie or alien movies, they constantly blur genres. Interestingly, the directors of Undead, the Spierig brothers, have said they were influenced by Peter Jackson's early work. Bad Taste and Braindead, Dead Alive, helped establish that over-the-top Australasian horror comedy style, and Undead clearly follows in that tradition. So, the moment you saw the alien wall, your brain likely connected it to Bad Taste because both films suddenly reveal that the horror is part of a larger alien event. Even though one starts as a zombie movie and the other as an alien invasion, they end up sharing that same "the aliens are behind something much bigger than we first realized" feeling. Specifically, I said, the aliens have surrounded the town with a massive energy barrier and are actively containing or controlling what's happening. Later, I also referred to it as the giant alien wall. So throughout the conversation, it was described as a massive energy barrier, an alien wall. I never explicitly called it a force field, but that would be a reasonable way to describe what the movie depicts.
Hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you the most. But if you're not, hit that subscribe button. It's easy. Always, check out all these other videos. There's plenty of shorts as well. Something for everybody. For the most support, head over to Patreon. All of this stuff needs to get purchased. Just open it for your enjoyment, as well as mine. But to throw back support to you guys, I give away monthly giveaways, larger and larger and larger, based on the tier that you throw your support back at me. Your name always is at the end of my content. And then you get all the access before any other YouTube viewer out there. So, thanks again for showing up. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, I'm out of here.